Welcome, welcome, everybody. I am so happy to meet you guys once again in our weekly call. And I just want to start off by saying that this has been an amazing month so far, and I cannot wait to see all the new ranks because you guys know that we're working towards building new directors, towards building this amazing English community. And I know we can all do it. I've seen some of the girls actually stepping out their comfort zone and just getting the word out there. So let me tell you something. I'm really, really proud to see you guys actually putting in the work. But we do have to speak about something really, really serious that's going on and that we have zero tolerance on. And that is, guys, we have to remember the ethics, okay? The ethics of working in the right environment. And we have to do it by teaching. First of all, we have to do it right so that we can attract the right kind of people on our team. If you're starting your business by doing something that you're not supposed to do, then that's the type of people that you will attract to your team. Okay. So let's just make sure, let me remind you a couple things. We cannot tell people to switch teams or to just make up a new email and make up a new number just so that they can join your team for the benefits. Okay. We're all part of the revolution and we all have the same access, same tools. I'm sorry, guys. I know that this can be a little loud. I'm at a hospital right now, but I'm over here telling you guys how important it is that you treat your business with respect, with you treat each other with respect, and make sure that we all know exactly what we're here for. Okay, we're here to build each other. We're here to help each other grow. And let me tell you something, once you start giving that out, that's what you're going to get back. So we have zero tolerance, like we said, that you're not supposed to be telling people to just switch teams so they can get into a training that you have. Everybody has the same access, everybody has the same tools, everybody's part of the same family. So let's make sure that we're actually doing the business the right way and that we're teaching all of our team to do the business the right way. If you do, for some reason, want to move to a different team because you're not there anymore, you're not happy anymore, whatever the reason may be, the legal way to do it is to wait 6 whole months without making a purchase, without doing any activities. Once that time is over, then you can re register with whoever you would please. Okay, but let's make sure that we have that very, very clear from the get go and that we tell everybody what the ethics of multi-level marketing is. And I do have a call on that that I did. I think it was last or the month before that I talked a little bit about everything that we should be doing with our business to make sure that we're growing the right way. Okay. Now, with that out of the way, let me tell you guys, we have some events going on. Make sure that you're in the group chat for the city that you're in. For example, I am in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm over here just creating new events. You're more than welcome to join me and be part of this event so that you can make your own as well. I know Catherine, she's also part of our team. She does a lot of different events up in New York and that area. I know Marie is down in South Florida. So make sure that you reach out to the team and see who's around you that you can actually talk to and link up for team events or different things that you can do together. What else? What else? What else? Let me see. Let me go to my notes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm over here brainstorming, but you know what? While I look at my notes, I wanted to make sure that we're recognizing amazing, amazing moms. I'm a mom myself, and I love what I do. But I also love the fact that I can combine this business with being a mom and being a present mom. That I know for sure that's one of the many things that the moms want to do with this type of business. So I'm very, very proud to introduce our guest of the week, Monica. She's a platinum director in one of our teams and part of the revolution, of course. She's doing it in a closed market country, and she is just killing it. And I'm going to let her tell you her story, but I'm very, very proud to see her because she's a mom. She's killing it in the business, and she's going to give us some amazing tips today.
Thank
Hi,
you,
Moni.
Danny. Hi, thank you. Thank you all for letting me be here. I am Salvadorian. I moved to Miami like 2 years and a half ago, and well, I love business. I love doing different businesses. I studied business design when I was in my college, so I love like learning about businesses and like teaching people how to do different types of business. So when I never heard about like I've never got had interest in multi-level marketing. And I found out about pharmacy when I live in Miami in Doral, where really near to the warehouse. So, and I met a friend that she was working in pharmacy. And like I saw all these beautiful girls working in pharmacy. And I was like, wow, like they look so happy. They are always like very tied up and they look so nice. Like, what is it? What's about pharmacy that every woman that works in pharmacy looks so happy and pretty? And I started with a content creation agency when I came here to Miami with another mom that I met at the park, and that she's my partner in crime and everything. And I started using the all the products of Nutri Plus because I was always feeling really tired. Like I used to live in Honduras and in El Salvador where you have a lot of help. I have two kids. One is 3 years old, and the other one is 5 years old. And so I was with my agency, but I was like working really hard time. Like I was giving a lot of my time, and like the earnings were not as good as I needed them to be because like life here in Miami is really expensive, and like my energies were dropping every single day. Like I was so tired, and someone told me about the Nutri Plus. So I tried them. I tried them, and like 15 days trying them, like I felt like my energies came back. I started sleeping very well, and when I decided to register, like I met a Shadi. I don't know if you know her. It's the tropical
She
Persian.
was she was in our call last week, so
Yeah.
everybody should know who Shadi is.
Okay. So Shadi, like I met her here in Doral too. We are neighbors, and I told her like I want to buy again all these products, and she told me why don't you register? And I told her like I'm not an influencer. I just opened my account one week ago. Like I decided to start my personal brand because I had the content creation agency, and I didn't have one, and it was like a plan from God, I think, because like one week before I opened the my own like personal brand, and then I decided to enter pharmacy. And when she told me like I could register and I could do the I could work with pharmacy without being an influencer because I had like 100 followers, I saw it as an opportunity. Like I saw the big building here, like everyone loved the company. I started learning about it, but and I thought like back in my country in El Salvador, I used to live in Honduras too. I know people from Guatemala. I know people from Central America, and I thought like pharmacy, it's not there yet. And as what I could see, like pharmacy was such a good company here, and it was like in like something that I saw it has had a lot of potential in growing. So like I called my mom and I told her, Mom, what if I start like promoting pharmacy in El Salvador? Like I know a lot of people. Like all my life I've been really friendly, and um, and I know a lot of people, and I know content creators in those countries. So I told my mom like I just have to like stop caring about what other people think, and I'm going to make the show, right, and tell about to the country about pharmacy, and try to teach everyone what the company was. And like back in my country, like pyramide, like the I don't know how you say it, Danny,
Pyramid? Pyramid.
pyramid. Yeah, like the like everyone sees like the business of pyramid like super bad. So I had the duty of showing people it's not a pyramid. The is the network marketing. So nothing. I just start learning and learning like every day. I always go to the gym in the morning because I have my kids all day. I Back then I had the content creation agency. I had like 8 clients. So I didn't have any time. So every morning when I went to the gym, I just heard like 30 minutes every day of a call. I started learning. I started posting. I started telling about what the product did for me, and it was super consistency, like consistent. Like for the first 3 months, like I would tell like if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it well, and like there wasn't one day that I didn't post. There wasn't one day that I didn't talk about the products, talk about the company, talk about the what I was learning, and like the first 3 months, I have to be really honest. They were hard. Like they were days that my face was all day in my phone. More in December that I had to make my re-rank up as a director, and like it's like the month that everyone wants to get fatter, right? And I was like eh, making my way with the Nutri Plus because I love to do exercise, and so. I did my re-rank on December 30 on at night. Like and all by selling. I heard a call from Alejandra Fernandez that she said like if you want to make a solid a team, a solid director, you have to learn how to sell those $5,000. And I was like, she's crazy. Like, how am I gonna do that? But by showing to people and by talking about the product and by showing my changes, by like people that knew me, like they knew that I didn't like did my skincare, like I didn't do the makeup, I didn't I always been like I always like to do exercise, but I never like was like so like my body
Toned.
changed, yeah,
It was
tone.
toned.
Yeah. So people started looking to the change in me. So I became like product of the product. And I was the testimony that everything was working for me. So everyone started like telling me, Monica, I want to try it. I want to try it. And I started register. I like didn't sell with the 50%, like earning the 50% because I thought like if people, if I register them, um, they are gonna be able to pay the shipping, and they're not gonna tell me, oh, it's too expensive. They're gonna do it. It's a good price, and so they could pay the shipping. And like my strategy is that if they buy something like more cheap, they're gonna buy it every month. So I have a lot of clients that they don't do the business, but they buy every month. And now that I'm a director, like I charge the 25% of every single month. And I thought like if I do it with the 50% of without the 50%, I'm just gonna look at that client for 1 month and I'm gonna lose them because they're gonna tell me it's too expensive. So now a lot of my clients are doing the business with me. And another thing that I did, like I started looking for people that I look up to, like people that like to work, people that I knew they like businesses, and I really thought like if people want to work with me first, I have to be the example that that I've earned money. So when my first month that on November that I was a director and I earned more than $1,000, like I started showing that. And that's where like my business exploded and I started like recruiting people that wanted to do the business. So like that's my tip, like like be the testimony of your products, be the test like and be consistency. Like Danny knows me, Danny sees me that I'm a really like I'm the consistency girl. I think that that's the key to everything. And this industry is about that. It's about being consistency. It's not about when you want to. It's you have to do it. You want or you're not. You're not. It's not about motivation. Motivation. It's about being consistent. Either you want or you don't. And I always tell my people like treat your business as it was a business that it's a that you have to go and open every day. Like if think that you're gonna lose a lot if you don't open it every day because the thing about network marketing, I think, is that people they give up because they don't have nothing to lose, because they haven't spent thousands of dollars on a web page, on rent, light, like that's why I always think that people they give up so easily because they don't have anything to lose. But what I always think like that's a huge opportunity for me. And because I don't have to spend anything and I'm just doing a lot of money just by showing people how to do it and just by showing the products that I really love. And that's the good thing about the pharmacy that the products are really good. So my advice is to put the pharmacy shirt on, treat your business as your own business. I always tell my business, my page, my products, like and like people can see that on me. People can see that I love my business, I love my products, I love my community, and they want to be part of it. And obviously they want to have the 10,000 checks that I earned last month and in just 10 months. But the key is consistency.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. And one more thing that I'm gonna add to what Moni just said, guys, is to always get out of your comfort zone. And this is the perfect example. Okay. Her first language is Spanish, and she's over here giving us all the tea and tips about how to become a successful leader in this industry. And she's not only just a director, she's a platinum director. That means she has four strong directors under her. And I know she has more than four, right? You have more than
I
four?
have five,
She
and
has five, and she's
I'm
going for
doing
her emerald.
this month. I'm helping two more, well, three more. But I think if they don't get this month, they're gonna get next month. So
Yes, so she's going to be celebrating her Emerald Director ranks very soon. So, guys, make sure to listen to her words and actually work for it. Make sure that you have, everything that it takes and more. Make sure that you put in the effort. Thank you so much, Monica, for
thank you,
joining us
Jackie. And
today. It
sorry
was
if
a
my
pleasure.
English is not perfect, but I tried my best.
Hey, we loved it. Thank you so much. Guys,
Thank you.
one more thing before I pass it on to Marie. We had an amazing, amazing launching of different countries in Europe. So please remember, you do have an international business. You don't have to focus only on your surrounding. Make sure you grow on social media. Make sure you're talking to different people. Make sure that you're looking for the right business associates in all of those new countries because that is where your money is going to be and where your future is going to be. All yours, Marie.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so one thing I want to mention, I'm Marie Roman, for those of you who don't know me. I want to mention something about the access to the calls, right? You know that all of our leaders from our core team, Jackie, Priscilla, Daniela, they all have a system of calls that are they're exclusive to their teams, right? And a lot of the times we get a little FOMO when we can't be a part of these calls, when we're not part of their direct line. But now, because this team, Revolution, is so incredible, we are going to be able to be a part of those calls. We won't be able to see these calls live because of, the purposes of, that we can only do like 1,000 people per call, right? But we will be able to see these calls recorded. So let's say Gabby is having an amazing call with her team. We won't be able to get on that call live, but we will be able to see it in a recording. Or if there's a training with some other person on Daniela Mermeria's team that she's having for her team, we'll be able to see it on recording. So those systems, those call systems for their teams, we will now all be able to see them. And that is such an incredible thing that made that announcement today on the Revolution Spanish team call made me super, super happy. And another thing that I'm super excited. We have someone on this call today who is going to tell us a little bit about something. We're actually having this month we are having our first Club 250 English call. And we have
You know what,
the
Marie?
one
One,
and only Jose Luis Oropesa here.
it's
And
actually gonna be on my birthday too, so that's gonna be my
oh, well,
birthday gift.
that's a great thing. And ladies and gentlemen of our beautiful English team, he's here and he's going to tell us a little bit about what we can expect to learn. Jose Luis, the floor is yours.
Hello, hello, Marie and Daniela, and thank you, Monica, for sharing your story. I don't even know what to say. I'm like a new influencer. Now what? What do I say? Well, it's been a privilege. It hasn't been even a year since I reconnected with Jackie and resumed her journey on this amazing industry. So I think it was summer of last year that we reconnected and I learned about her growth and all the decisions that she made as a businesswoman, as a strategist. And now I got into this high pace, high energy, super cool movement of revolution and getting to know more about you and meeting people like Marie and amazing leaders. So they share with me about these new tool to develop the English market or the market, the speaking English market in North America and in the world. And I think it's a golden opportunity. So what can you expect in that connection, in that call? I believe it's May the 28th
Yes, May 28th.
at 8 p.m. Daniela, I love your smile. Can I rent that smile?
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
just really happy because it's gonna be an amazing, amazing birthday gift for me. So I'm very blessed to hear you on my birthday.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll be my honor to have a birthday girl while I'm sharing. So what you can expect in that connection is learning more about the mindset that I must develop, not only as an entrepreneur, but someone who is willing to build a business in our industry. You can call it network marketing, social selling, relationship marketing, MLM. I mean, we have multiple labels. So, what is the psychographic or the mentality that one has to develop so that I can strive and be successful? We're also going to talk a little bit about language, how important language is, the words that I use. We're going to talk about active listening skills, some basic tips that I'm sure it will help you better connect with people because whether you're offering the preferred customer like Monica shared with the 25% discount, which is gold, building a client base of preferred customers that are ordering over and over and over, that's gold, Monica. That's your pool of potential new influencers who will double up so that you can invite them to upgrade. Like when you're flying coach and the airline invites you, you want to upgrade to prefer economy, business, or first. It's an invitation. And okay, what does it take for me to upgrade? Well, it can be miles, you pay more money, or get on the list, whatever it is. So when you do a great job, Monica, and I'm talking to everyone in the call, where you've done such a phenomenal job enrolling a new client to experiment the products, to experience and to get their own results and transformation, and you get them at a 25%, that's an amazing pool that is so beautiful to invite them by them like Daniela. I seen you reorder 2 or 3 times. Good job, girl. When you're ready for an upgrade, just let me know and I'm here to help you. So probably someone will ask, what do you mean upgrade? Well, you can double up on your discounts. Instead of 25%, you can go up to 50%. That sounds like something that you will be interested. Double up your saving. Plus, in addition to that, you can make money. You can start monetizing your before and after, your results, and your preferred beauty and wellness products. When you're ready, I'm ready. Just let me know. So I throw that, I share those. I could have my preferred customers in a WhatsApp group. So I need to treat them very well. I don't want to confuse them. So I want to nurture those members in my private WhatsApp chat that are preferred customers. They are gold. They're looking for offers, for beauty tips, for tips on wellness. Love them, and eventually they will be progressing and upgrading their own status from preferred customers to beauty influencers. So we're going to talk about language. Language is important, and I'll share with you some practical systems that not only you can wrap up your month of May, but they will serve you for the remainder of the year in your career with network marketing. Network marketing has an art, but it has a lot of science, systems, and ways that I should follow in order to better connect, listen, explore, identify issues, and then from there, building a relationship where eventually people can accept my invite for option A, preferred customer, or option B, an influencer. With option A, you opt for 25% discounts on your preferred products. Option B, you double up to 50% discount. Hello, who doesn't want that? Plus, you can monetize. You can start making some money. They call it like rebates in your wallet, you know, getting rebates back, money back to you the more you share. So, everyone has his own choice. We have women and amazing people who are ready for discount. We love them all. And we have amazing people who are ready for discount and some cha-ching. We love them all as well. So women love choices. So, just giving you an idea of what you can start developing as you're interacting with people is more an ongoing conversation, but it starts with my mind. It parades with my language. Language is the parade of thoughts. So the better I nurture and I nourish my mind, my thoughts, the more powerful and assertive my communication and my listening skills, using pauses, changing the tone. So, Daniela, let me tell you something, Daniela. This could work for you or not. You know what? I was there. And the only way that I was able to learn whether it was going to work for me or not is giving it a try. And boy, that made the big difference. So you know what, Daniela? This may work or not. How do you know? Give it a try. But remember one thing, you're not going to be alone. I'll be here with you and for you. When you're ready, I'm ready. So using pauses and silence and changes the rhythm and tone and asking questions. So someone tells Monica, "Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Oh, I heard that a bunch of times." There's 3 steps. Number 1, validate. Don't try to defend. You're going to lose. Validate. Now, validating is not agreeing with the person, but validate is, I hear you. I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean when you say that it looks like a pyramid scheme. I've been there. So I'm validating. So it's like, I'm not fighting. You're wrong. How could you dare? How you dare to call my business my sacred preference, a pyramid? Don't try to fight it. Just validate. acknowledge that you know what they mean. And then you can ask back and say, so what do you mean by a pyramid scheme? Tell me more about that. Now you're curious. Now you're the interviewer. Well, I don't know. It's like this, someone is up here and then someone comes and there's people at the top. Sounds like, you know what, Daniela? Sounds like you're describing my world. I grew up in a school. It looked like a pyramid scheme. It was like 800 students, and we had 20 teachers, one superintendent, and one big supervisor. So I understand what you mean. It looked like a pyramid. And then it seems like you're talking my city, when 500,000 people and we have one mayor and then we have a governor and there's 1 million people. Sounds like a pyramid. Is that what you mean? And you laugh a little bit, but don't fight it. Just acknowledge, validate, ask a question. Did you have an experience? Have you had an experience where you made the conclusion, you came to realize that it was a scheme? Tell me more about it. So instead of fighting or selling or convincing, you're validating, meaning you're meeting where they are, you're building trust because when people feel validated and heard, you start building trust. And when you build trust, now they pay attention. But not yet. You ask them a question. Tell me more about that. What makes you believe or why you think it's a pyramid scheme? Tell me more. And then Monica, from there, you can share your story. I was one of those. If it's not, you will always come from an authentic place that it's real for you.
No,
Uh,
sorry, I do that. I always do what you tell. Like I thought I didn't know what a pyramid was before that I learned, and I always say like I thought the same. Like and then I learn, and then I like, but I can tell you what I've learned, and then I like share my what I've learned, and then they tell me, oh, now I get it.
Right. Good for you, Monica. So that's a little bit of what you're going to hear that day. Probably a little bit more formal than today with some structure, some slides, but we're going to have fun. I'll share you my personal story, how I got into this industry, what I learned, do's and don'ts, and how I came to this country and no hablaba bien inglés, and I was concerned about my accent, and I tried to remove my Latino accent, and then I learned that that was part of my identity, and uh, I think the English market is amazing. The Latino community or Spanish speaking community is like 20% of the US, but think about the 80%. That's a lot of money. That's a big market and I'm sorry, there's a lot of people that we can help, that can reach out and that we can add value. So Marie, I don't know. I want to stay here for another 10 minutes. I don't want to crush your party. I don't want to deviate from your program, but I just want to listen from whoever is online here. What are the biggest obstacle, the biggest challenges? And it will give me more ammunition so I can bring more value to you by the end of the month when we have the call.
I can tell you what a challenge is. And cold prospecting. To at least in my team is when once your hot list runs out, doing it with your cold list.
Right. Okay. Prospecting, do you do that on a one-on-one basis or one-on-one in group?
How so? I don't understand the question.
Well, there's two ways to
Oh, like
prospect.
one-on-one with a person or in a group? Oh,
Right.
like both. Like if it's out, like if you're doing like an event, or if you're
Right.
talking about, yeah, both.
Both. Now, when you do events, is that in-person event or virtual event via Zoom?
In person. In
Because
person,
also,
and also do, also do Zoom meetings as well.
okay, um, so I'm one of the prospects. I'm one of Daniela's prospects, and she invites me to that group virtual meeting. What's the name of the meeting? What's the flyer? What's the invite look like?
To the call.
Yeah.
Um, it doesn't say opportunity for sure. I don't
Okay.
like using the word opportunity. It's
Right.
either, something about either I sometimes don't even like using monetize, but it could have the word maybe monetize, how to learn how to monetize your social media, or there's different ways that we can call it. But I do not like using the word opportunity because
That's
people
fine.
like because people like they feel like they're being sold something, but or they kind of run for the hills if they feel like it's an opportunity call.
Yeah, but think about the influencer. So Daniela is the influencer,
Okay.
and I'm one of her contacts. So what would Daniela be inviting me to what? What will be her word choices or her script? So she's connected with me. I'm a coworker, I'm a neighbor, I'm an acquaintance for Daniela, and she's invited me. So she's invited me to what?
Okay, so now you're asking me. I would probably say something like, well, it varies on each person, right? So if I see somebody that has potential in social media, then I say, I love, the way your page is looking. I love the way you're expressing. I love if they're posting about their kids, I kind of highlight that and I say, I'm a mom
Nice.
too. And I love that you're sharing about your life being a mom because I know being moms can be hard, especially if you have a job like I do. And then I kind of relate a little bit to them. And then I say, well, I'm currently working with this amazing opportunity with this amazing company, and it has allowed me to learn new things, to learn about social media, to learn about sales, to learn
Right.
about different ways to, make money from my phone without having to be absent in my kid's life. And I think every mom should need to be hearing about this opportunity. So is that something that you are open to hearing about? Maybe we can, meet on a Zoom
Right.
call or I can tell you a little bit more and then kind of take it from there.
Thank you, Daniela. Um, that was a reward. I was picking on you because I love your smile. Um, think about these elements. One is FOMO, right? So let's say that I show a little bit of interest to you. What's next? What are your word choices wrapping up? How do you share with me the link or give me the details, date, time, venue, let's say Zoom, and here's the link.
Well,
Uh,
I've learned that we have to do closed questions. So I would say something like, are you available for a call today at 2 or at 7? And then they can either tell me, oh, well, today doesn't work because, I'm working. Okay.
yeah, but this is an event that so you're giving me options for that call for that event?
Yeah, I'm giving you options to meet online, which is like a call where I'm going to explain and go
You
over
and
the,
I.
yes.
No, I thought it was a group, an event.
Oh, okay. No, if it's an event, it's different. So right now I'm coming up with different events for the community, and I'm not talking about making money. I'm just saying, let's go and meet and, network with other people. And then I say, I'm gonna have some products that I would love for you to try, but I don't talk about the opportunity on the first time that I'm inviting them to
That's
an event.
fine. But when I'm looking, Daniela, I mean, simple, what's the wording for me? Let's say I'm interested. I say
Hmm.
yes. What is your wording to share with me the link for the group event, could be social media, the opportunity without calling the opportunity. What is your interaction and your wording to release the link with me?
Well, if it's a like an in-person event, I will probably tell you, date and time or place where it's gonna be, and I say something like, I remind you, like a couple of days before the
That's
the
fine.
event.
That's fine. But if it's Zoom, how do you share with me? What's your wording for sharing the Zoom link?
Well, I just say, if you say, hey, I'm available at 5, I say, well, here's the link. I'll see you there. That's all I say.
Perfect. Okay, can I give you some ideas so that you can try?
Absolutely, please do.
Not that you're saying it, but let's start with what you don't want to say. You don't want to say it's a free event, even though it is. Are you following me?
Yes.
Um, you're not going to see it's free. So instead, you will say, Monica, if you're really interested, let me tell you, this is a VIP event. And if you're interested, I can give you access. I'm not saying that it's costing $50 or 75 euros, but I'm just not using the word free, even though it's the sexiest and most irresistible word in marketing. You don't want to use it for inviting for your event. Even though it's free, you don't say, oh, it's free. I'll give you the Zoom. Give a little bit of FOMO there. Make them suffer a little bit or have some anticipation. I first want to hear from you if you're interested in this XYZ event. And if you are, I can get you access. Still is going to be sharing the link, but it's a VIP event. Now, I need to come from a ethical place. What I really believe this is a VIP event. If I don't believe it's a VIP event, it's not going to work. So I can get you access. Now I heard something. I have something that you mentioned that remind me when I was starting my career. I used to tell people I will send you a reminder. Even though you do that, don't say it. Deal? You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I understand you because I knew from my mentors that I needed to remind and confirm. But that was the first thing that I was saying from the get-go when I was inviting for a particular event. Well, I remind you one. No, I'm not going to remind you, Monica. This is a VIP event. Instead, I said, now, Monica, before I give you the access, if for any reason you think you cannot attend, let me know, please. I would appreciate it, Monica, because I will give access to someone else. But again, Daniela, I work hard and you seem strong, much smarter than I am. It took me a long time to rewire, but I trust that you're going to rewire immediately. So good, that you're reminding, you're confirming, but don't say it. And when you're confirming, avoid, because this was me. So Vero, I'm calling you today as we agreed. Tomorrow is our event, so I'm just reminding you that tomorrow is the event. No. So Vero, I gave you access to the event. It's so exciting. Spaces are filling fast. So don't miss your access. So it's the other way around. Vero, this is so cool. If for some reason you think you're not going to make it, please let me know and I'll give access to someone else. This is feeling fast, which is true because I just heard from Marie that some calls cap at 1,000 people and there's no more access. So you don't know whether it's 100 or 1,000. You got to be very authentic and create that FOMO effect for but it starts with rewiring your mind. It's a total reset that I'm inviting you to a VIP event and I can get you access. How much is going to cost? I'm giving you access. It's a valuable event. It's going to be 30 minutes of wellness hacks or beauty tips just for women like us. You don't want to miss it. It's a VIP event from top experts on the subject. You don't want to miss it. But if for some reason you can't make it, please let me know. Okay, I want to hear from Marie and Daniela and some of you. What are your thoughts around this difference?
I love it because it places so much value on the event that you're doing, and it's giving exclusivity to it and less like um it's the value it's placing and less like you're, well, I'm gonna remind, not remind, but we all do that. We all kind of,
Yeah.
we always like, well, I'm gonna remind you, or not begging, but we always kind of, and it's a human thing. But if we say it that way, it makes a huge difference. And the person, it's like that FOMO aspect that you're saying is true. It's like, oh wait, it's VIP. I don't want to miss it. And that they're actually gonna be like, oh well, I can't miss this VIP event thing. Like I would be more prone to make sure, like that last part where you said, listen, if you're not gonna make it, you need to let me know because somebody else can take the spot. That to me was very valuable. So thank you.
And there's also another benefit. You're pre-qualifying your prospect. And what I mean by pre-qualifying, nothing wrong with the freebies seekers, which I'm one of them. But when you say it's a free event and try to make it, it's a wonderful opportunity. In the qualification, you're not raising the bar.
Well, also because they're not taking it seriously. And if they're not really taking it seriously, why would you want the person to be there in the first place?
They're just curious about any freebie. And then you know what? Because I said it was free and that I didn't give it the value, people will forget or opt for something else. Because this is a free event and then naive Jose Luis was even better. Listen to this. Well, Vero, if you don't make it, I understand. We have these events 2 times a week. So don't worry. Next week we'll have it. That was me. Trust me, that was me. It's okay because I wanted Vero not to miss it. If you didn't make it, I didn't see you. Don't worry, we have it every Tuesday. Oh my goodness! So I just devalue the VIP. I just brought it down like, oh, this is an ongoing basis. Now let's go back to square one. I would suggest that your cover is a tutorial. Because what I heard is you're using one pillar for the event. And I agree, and I love that you're not using business opportunity, ground opportunity, those prohibited lingos that people are sick and tired. I get it. But you're using just one pillar, which is monetizing your social media, monetizing your beauty, your wellness, or making money. That's just one pillar. But I would suggest that you consider two more pillars for this event. Another pillar is personal growth, personal development. We have an expert talking about how to conquer fear.
And I love that because a lot of people might not even be here for the money. They might be here to be better person, to like, walk out of a bad situation or a bad relationship, and this will help them. And then, of course, the money follows. So that's a great idea too.
I mean, I'm just making it up right now. When I mean personal development, how to conquer fear, how identify limiting belief and create the life you want, how to be a woman with more courage, more confident, how to define your own beauty. That's all personal development. That's a huge pillar that people are craving. They're people, think about it. People are buying books, seminars, and they're doing whatever in order to gain some insight in personal development. Well, you ladies have it.
Yeah, you know what we did? I'm sorry, we did and it was really successful. And this just became like a a networking thing. We did something called the Empowered Women Social, and it was like a brunch, and it was all about networking, and it was a business opportunity, but we were all networking. It was the whole point of it was for women to come together and get to know each other from different walks of life, so we could grow, glow, and we did like little. Uh, Highlights on the makeup and tips and da, da,
Yeah,
da, and it was very empowering, and we did all sorts of stuff, and then we segued into a business opportunity, and it was so successful, and we had people sign up, and we're going to have another one now at the end of the month. But the idea was a networking event, because you know that they do these networking events all the time. So
absolutely.
it's like-minded women that want to kind of grow, and there's a lot of people that want to meet other women, so that's
Absolutely. So you want to have the in-person version, but also the virtual.
yeah.
So you can do it virtually as well. So one pillar is monetizing. Um, how to escape the debt trap. Talking about the financial pillar without calling it, business opportunity. You can talk about, how to build a personal budget, how to escape from the rat race, of the escalating debt, the slavery of debt. How to step up into your financial future. You're not promising anything illegal. You're not promising 10 grand or 20 grand. You're talking about financial education. And then at the end, you have a powerful tool, which is, by the way, the vehicle that we're using now is we're choosing with a 70-plus-year-old European company that it now it's become our favorite product for wellness, beauty, and personal care, hair care that we get for a discount and we monetize it. So here's a vehicle for you to step up into your financial future. It's not only giving you the education, but ethically giving you a tool that has worked for us and it can work for you as well. So one pillar is finance, and then the second pillar is personal development, fear, courage, limiting belief, confidence. Um, uh, and the third one, it's around products, which are the tutorials. You can have a 10-minute stream makeover or a 10-minute makeup tutorial for the busy woman. And you can look like a queen. You can call it glitter and glow. You can have a hair tutorial, braids and bubbles. And by the way, you can bring your prosecco, you can bring your own beverage, your soda, because we're gonna celebrate, beauty. So you can have also skincare, glow, a skincare tutorial. The three biggest mistakes that even smart women make when it comes to skincare routines. And you don't have to be an expert. You just need to do your homework, consult a little bit with artificial intelligence, tap with your own experience, and then you can share the three biggest mistakes. You know, Women don't clean properly their makeup. They don't, they use alcohol-based skincare products, or they have toxic ingredients. I don't know. They confuse a serum with a moisturizer. They think they're the same. Moisturizer is hydration. No, serum is hydration, and a moisturizer is lock hydration and gives natural oils. So it's two different things. I know women that they say, "Oh, I just use the serum." Okay, good luck. You have a lot of hydration, but no natural oils. So you can age quickly. A lot of water ain't enough. You need to lock the water, the hydration, and put moisturizer. And then, you can go with basic tutorial, the thinnest and then the thickest to the last. So you start with the toner, and then no, we'll get a cleanser, and then the toner, and then the serum, and then the moisturizer. And then at night, the eye cream, neck cream, face cream, decolleté, whatever. So the thicker, the better, the thicker, the more oils. I mean, 75% of women out there, they don't know it. You just packet it with a fancy Vogue magazine cover, like trendy, that, Ulta Beauty and Sephora will feel envious. You will eat them for dinner, but it's got to be compelling. It's got to be sexy. So again, you end up with the opportunity, but you have financial pillar, personal development, and then product focus demonstrations, tutorial for makeup, hair care, skincare, or wellness, energy. 3 p.m. and you're fried as a mom and you cannot even know who you are, come to this event. We'll talk about wellness for the busy women in 2026. And then whether it's morning glow or it's a detox or whatever is collagen-based booster, it's a tutorial. So whoever is presenting, you can have your gym clothes. If you're talking about wellness, you can be flawlessly dressed, and then when your face totally washed, and then you can do one side only for your makeup so they can see the before and after. You just, do the makeup for one side and they can see the difference. So again, I'm giving you more pillars so that you can build this event with different interests. Not every woman it will be attracted for tutorials. Not every woman will be attracted just for the financial opportunity, and not all of them will be attracted for personal development. But when you have all three in variations, you end up attracting different crowds. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, absolutely. We love all the tips that
Absolutely.
we're getting today.
Oh my God. This has been like the biggest blessing. I'm so glad you came to the call, Jose Luis.
Well, those who missed the call, I hope they'll regret it. Well, they'll see the recording. But again, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple. You have to work your way. You got to design and craft it, well crafted. And again, the DNA of a compelling event will have the front cover, which is, finance, personal development, tutorial, and then I'll have testimonials, my story before and after, and then you end up with an invitation with a CTA, a clear call to action. You can opt in for your favorite product. You can start monetizing your beauty or your social media. You can step up to your next level of wellness or healthy lifestyle or makeup, the way how you look. These are the tools. Wellness, NutriPlus, or skincare, our curated list of preferred products. You're not going to find it in any store, not even at Macy's. They're coming all the way from Europe. When you get your link tonight, you'll be directly connected to the European companies. Between you and them, they'll give you the 25%, the 50%, and the cha-ching back in your wallet. This is real, ladies. Who's ready? Option A, 25% on your favorite products. Option B, 50% doubling up on your discount and monetizing and making money. Text the person that invited you, option A, or text them option B, and they'll guide you through the link that you'll get in order to connect you directly with the company. And now is our time for cheers. Salute. Let's, where are those glasses, girls? We're going to have fun. We're going to open a Q&A for 10 minutes here in the chat, and we're going to be celebrating. We want to personally invite and celebrate the first one in the chat to say, I opted in for option A or B. Once you're in, let us know. We'll welcome you and we'll celebrate you. Again, this cannot be more than 30 minutes. The longer that you do beyond 30 minutes, less time that you have for Q&A and to welcome the first one who signs up as a preferred customer. I'm going back to Monica's example of the 25% preferred customer, or for the ones who are enrolling as influencers. So you guide them right there and you invite them to celebrate. All you need is the first one who in the chat says, I'm in. That's all you need. You bring that girl, you bring that person on camera. Bravo. What made you make the decision? And then you create more FOMO in the call because the rest is saying, what am I missing? We're going to give another 5 more minutes to see who's the next one who joins us tonight. And this one, Marie, it's important. Have I shared with you, Marie, the welcome call, Bella?
I believe so. Yes.
So one thing that it's in the study of the selling process, people need a reason to do it today and not tomorrow. And that's called bonuses. They call fast action bonuses. Now, I know you don't control the bonuses because not every week, not every day, pharmacies, launches bonuses. And what I mean by a bonus is when pharmacy says you can register with $7 or $5 or $25. That will be your bonus for that particular event, whether it's in person or virtual. Does that make sense? Now, I'm not going to tell him, oh, you have 10 more days before the bonus ends. That will not serve you well. But you given an opportunity to launch that bonus. But let's say you have no bonus, or not even a 25% discount or an extra 15% on a particular line. So any promos that pharmacy launches, you're going to utilize that as your fast action bonus. Make sense, Daniela? But let's say you have neither of them. You don't have the discounted opportunity for kid at 5 or 7 or 25. You don't have any promo. You make your own promo. You know what's your promo? We're gonna have a unique business masterclass tomorrow at 7 p.m. for those who join right now. You know what's the business masterclass, Marie? The Bella call, but in a group setting. So you help them identify their why, you congratulate them for making the best decision that they will celebrate forever. You talk to them about the community and you give it the first steps so that they're ready for their unboxing, their own party, their own launch, and to make the first $100 within 30 days. So that's your masterclass. So you're giving them a reason to join today because in 24 or 48 hours, you have a special, it's all in the language. So just like you are not referring to these calls as a business opportunity call, in the welcome call for your onboarding, you can reword them as a business masterclass, which it is. So let's say Daniela, Vero, and Terry and Catherine are new ones who just signed up tonight. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock or 8 p.m. or 2 days from now, they're going to be invited to his dedicated masterclass so they know what to do. I sign up and now what? Well, you give him action steps, open up your virtual office, order your catalogs, get ready for your unboxing and record it and put it in social media, share with some friends, and let's do your launch party. And then I don't want to complicate it to you, but the launch party is when Vero, who is my sponsor, helps me organize my in-person small event at my home or a virtual event with my connections, with my 5, 7 contacts. And that is sharing with them the new products I got in my unboxing and why they want to explore the same for themselves. So that's all for now, Marie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody, please, let's an applause.
I need to leave something for the 28th, right?
Oh, sorry, I choked. Thank you so much, Jose Luis. I am just so honored. We were just saying, we can't believe that we just got this from you. We are so grateful and happy that you joined us today. We got so much out of this. You have no idea. And we're just so looking forward to the class on the 28th. Everybody that's watching, we have up until the 26th of May to qualify for this call, 250 PV. Everybody, please make sure that you make this happen, because this class, this was just like a little appetizer of what we are going to be learning, and he already told us what we're going to be learning. So make sure that you make it happen. Everybody that's here, let everybody else know. And I have to tell you, today in our Spanish team call, so just so you know, Jose Luis, which was really, really funny, and I was like, ha, they were saying, Jackie announced that our Club 250 in English call was with you, and the people on the chat were going wild and said, is it going to be translated? And she said, no, the class is in English. And I was like, yes.
So funny, so funny. Now, I want to, before I let you go, before I leave the call, can I see in the chat what particular aspect of what you just heard I should expand on the 28th? I want to read from you.
Right on the chat.
Okay, more closings. Okay, now, Daniela, when you say more closing, it's on one-on-one? Okay, hype up. I can do that. So, Daniela, do you mean one-on-one closing and one-on-one chat?
Yes, for me, I usually take everybody on either a one-on-one call or a one-on-one person, and then they say, yes, I'm interested, I want to do it. What do I need to do? Blah, blah, blah. And I kind of walk them through the process, and then boom, nothing happens.
Yeah, you want to close them right on the spot. So we'll talk about some verbiage so that you can close right in the moment. Now, think about it, Daniela. How many people would you like to enroll in a month?
Ooh, me, 20.
You think it's easier or faster to do it one-on-one or in groups?
I've tried both ways and doesn't work. So I know there's
in the
something in my
group,
closing that's not closing.
during the group, what were you inviting them to on a group setting?
So usually I do calls for like my whole team, and I just do the presentation, and then I say at the very end, first I say if you're here, it's because somebody saw something special in you, so make sure to thank them for inviting you. And then if you're ready, once you text the person that invited you to the chat and let them know which kit you're ready to start with.
No, but I'm talking about your personal prospect.
Yeah, that's what I say. And then I text them, hey, how was the call? Are you ready to start? Which kit are you more comfortable with?
Okay, we'll talk. I'll think about something like that. I also saw in the chat DM for ads for opt-in call. Well, ads is fascinating. It's not my forte, but in ads, you have an opportunity to pre-qualify. I think one of the opportunities, believe what I'm hearing, I believe that based on what I heard, is pre-qualifying. Because if I have everyone with a free intro, I'm getting a lot of people that are curious. So even in my ads or even in my reels, even in my stories, in the process, let's say I say, The keyword is wellness. And then Gretel, I see Gretel Stevenson. She writes me the keyword. Before moving Gretel into a deeper conversation, especially in WhatsApp, I first need some pre-qualification.
Mhm.
What I mean by that is whether you're automated or not, it doesn't matter. If you're not automated, you want to have a special sheet with your prompts so that you
Mhm.
copy and paste. So
Mhm.
let's say you had Gretel and then you have Daniela. The only two out of your story that wrote the keyword, you're going to say, Daniela and Gretel, thank you for your interest. Which of these options sounds more like you? And then I can say A, exploring new products. B, I love discounts. C, I would like to make some money on beauty products or wellness products. It's just pre-qualifications of A, B, and C before moving forward, before sharing any conversation for conversion. So I need, whether it's an ad or it's a organic approach, I want not to assume they're coming for the opportunity or not. I just pre-qualify. Let's say one says A, I love products for a discount. I may have the prompt ready. Bravo, Gretel. Sounds like you're in my camp. I love products for a discount. Okay, which one sounds more like you? And I'm not going to bother you more. Is it wellness or beauty products? And then, okay, wellness. Perfect. Gretel, if it's okay with you, I would love to expand and give you more information about the wellness product. I want to explore more about what do you mean by wellness? What are you interested? And then I include my WhatsApp business link. But I'm first pre-qualifying before I take him to my WhatsApp. I know if they're looking products for the discount, they're looking for some extra money, if they're looking for beauty or wellness. Instead of just going straight to the call, totally blind. Make sense, Daniela?
Yes, that helps a lot.
So I'll make sure that I build some steps on pre-qualification. They're not magic, but they'll help you best manage those who are out of curiosity or they have a genuine interest in products or even in extra income. Come on, let's break a leg. Let's make May our first biggest ever month in 2026. And then June, July, because before we know Pharma Synergy is around the corner, you deserve to walk on that stage. So this is the time to build it.
Thank you so much, Jose Luis. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bye, Marie. Love seeing you
Bye.
again and
Thank
love
you.
and love getting to know new faces tonight. See you soon.
Bye bye. We'll see you on the 28th.
Bye.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna finish and wrap this up really, really quick. I guess I'll just share this really fast so I can just run it really fast. Guys, just to remind everybody, this is the last month of the Rising Star bonus. We all know all of the details of the Rising Star bonus. I just wanted to remind everybody that the Rising Star bonus ends this month. Make sure that if you haven't gotten to 15, 18, or 22, you do so you can make your money. And then this is really important, the challenge. There's a new challenge in town, guys. What is this challenge? There's 3 winners are going to be chosen, up to $500 in prizes. And all you got to do is create a video. You create a video using the new rich oil sticks. Now I forgot my brain. My brain is fried. Okay, the rich oil sticks. They come in 6 colors. They're highly pigmented, super gloss. They're fabulous. But it's super important that you have all 6 of them. You can't create your video without using all 6 colors. That's a requirement. So get all 6 colors, get them on, and use all 6 of them in your video. Post it and use the hashtags. There's specific hashtags that are not on this, but you're gonna hashtag. I guess
It's on there. It's Rich Oil Stick
Oh
TR for
yeah,
the
there. Oh,
revolution.
there it is. It's really big. Use the Rich Oil Stick TR and on your post. And at the end of the month, they're gonna choose the winners. Okay, so make something spectacular happen so you can be one of the winners. And then just to remind you, we only have like 2 hours left, but these 2 promos are ending. The 40% off the sets and the buy one get the second one 50% off. And then you guys, this is very, very important. Tomorrow we have the onboarding call, the new onboarding call with Vero and Hernan. You can't miss it at 8 p.m. Then we have the fabulous Catherine and Delia doing the opportunity call. And Thursday, this is incredible. We have a call by the one and only Jackie Marquez on prospecting and team building. That is also at 8 p.m. And then on Friday, that is not Amy, but it's by Amy. It's Level Up and Take Action, Make Your Deals Work for You at 6 p.m. by Amy Valentin. This is a really great call where we're going to talk to you. She's going to talk to you about the deals that come out on Friday and how you're going to maximize and make your weekend count. So thank you, everybody, for joining our call. Let's kill it this week. Remember, we're mid-month. Let's make sure that we kill it and we finish our month strong. All right, guys, good night and let's go. Ooh, let me stop sharing. Stop share.